don't mind the air conditioner in the background if you can hear that. I might try to edit it might try to edit it out if I can. Video time. So we all know my video I did on the TheHetzert, and we all know I don't like the TheHetzert's video. However, it seems people are misinterpreting the video, which is why I felt obliged to make this follow-up. The whole video was an extended hyperbole, pretty much. I was very deliberately being overdramatic for comedic sake. I think some people saw that as me being genuinely really mad, which I'm not, and decided to stand by my side, while others, not so much. Some people got mad at me. While I do stand by almost all of what I said in the video, I think everybody should be fully aware that I was joking. It was just supposed to be me poking fun at the TheHetzert because why not? I don't agree with most of the stuff that Tobias said in the video, and I made that overly apparent in my video, but this wasn't supposed to be a call-out video or a cancel video. I also decided not to put the TheHetzert's main channel in my video just so people don't go attack them. If I don't let the people know who the TheHetzert is, then maybe I can moderate the hate they might get, and I think I did the right thing since the majority of the comments on the video were supporting my ideas. The entire point of my Red Panda Keegan personality is to be overly cocky and hyperbolic. Most of what I say holds water, but shouldn't always be taken 100% seriously. Especially with that video. By the way, go watch it if you haven't already, because I actually like most of the video. So, yeah, let's take a look at some of the comments, shall we? Anybody is allowed to give criticism. Nobody's art is perfect, LMAO. LMAO. I don't know, people get mad at me whenever I say it either way. Let me flick the mic one more time. That was more than once, by the way. Didn't I go over that at the end of the video, how criticism is completely fine? I love criticism, but it's up to the artist if they want to implement that criticism or not. Of course, Zach's art is nowhere near perfect, especially at that time, but most of the criticism in that video is either hypocritical or bullshit. Some of it I agree with, like the sketching criticism. I think everybody should sketch, but why did you make that a point of interest in your video? That doesn't make sense because why do you care so much? Shows new art from Zach to prove a point despite the fact that the video... Shows new art from Zach to prove a point despite the fact that I never really fully read this comment until now, and oh geez, I cannot read it. Poor grammar, barely poor grammar, but it's still, I stutter a lot anyway, so I mean, what? Shows new art from Zach to prove a point, despite the fact that the video shown was made years ago, where the art wouldn't have existed yet. I would agree with you, if you were correct. There are two screenshots of Zach's art that I took in that video. One was from a video published by Zachity on November 16th, 2018, and the other one was a pretty recent one Zach posted on Twitter sometime in 2020. If you're talking about this one, then that's completely BS because the TheHetzert's video came out in December, which is after November. Hell, even if you were right, let's say that the video was posted in 2019, meaning we should go back to Zachity's earlier videos. I'd argue Zach's old style is even more similar to the style the TheHetzert used in the video, making your point 100% flawed if that was the art you're talking about. Okay, what if you're talking about the other art I showed? It's almost as if you weren't paying attention to the video, because had you actually been listening, I intentionally put recent art there to show Zach has improved since that video. Without recent evidence, it probably would have just been assumption that Zach would improve, since we have no evidence to back up that he would. That art was just there to further back up the point that I was trying to make, deeming your comment 100% flawed regardless. Dude, I don't even have any words. Zachity's a massive dick who depends on people like you to form a cult-like status around him and uses that subsequent circle jerk of Zach good. And the comment gets cut off there. The comment was taken down before I could read the whole thing, so that's all we got. Zach has admitted that he was an asshole back in 2018. Yes, I can't prove you otherwise. But it seems like you don't know that people can change when in reality, they can. See how I never said anything about Tobias as a person aside from slightly insinuating toxicity? Even at that point, Zach had told me in a call that Tobias was slightly toxic, which would make sense from both of their points of view. I don't know Tobias personally today, and so I didn't make any assumptions. As for the rest of your comment that I can see, you mean fucking friends? It seems like you're trying to pull off supportive friends as being a bad thing. I'm going to pause being dramatic here, because if you're watching this video right now, I want you to explain what your comment means. Please elaborate. I need more information. Back to the video. These next two are by Vertex, and from what I know of him, I actually quite like him. Zach's a pedo, though. Sorry. I don't know if this is a joke comment or not, but I'm going to say what I can about it anyways. I didn't know Zach much until recently, so I can't say whether you're right or wrong any further than I highly doubt that because Zach's not even at the age of consent yet. TheHetzert is clearly redacted on Twitter. He just made a new account to avoid hate. Are you dumb? I was fully aware that TheHetzert was an alt, and I used that to my advantage. I didn't want anybody witch hunting Tobias, so I never gave them their actual channel. I didn't leave that out because I was oblivious. I left it out for their own sake. These comments were also taken down, so Vertex, I'd like you to know that I'm not mad at you. I never was. I just thought your comments were a bit silly. So what can we take away from this video? I like to be petty.